Hello everybody! For today's video, I will show you how to replace the serpentine belts on a 2004 Toyota Tacoma 2.7 motor. Alright, let's commence with the first belt. It is located right next to the power steering fluid. This right here is the tension bolt. We will need to loosen it up to remove the belt. But first, we gotta use a wrench with a 14mm socket to remove the nut. And then after that, right there, as shown right here, the nut will be removed with the wrench of the 14mm. Although it's quite crammed in here, we can still try to manage to loosen it up a bit. Yep. Since it's quite hard to maneuver here where we're loosening up the nut, we have to adjust so it can be loose. One more to go, and there we go. Alright, now we will use the 14mm again, but now we will use an attachment to the wrench. Now we will try to loosen up the tension bolt so that the belt can become loose and come off. And as you notice, the belt will get looser with if you loosen up the tension bolt. As you can see, it's moving both the small wheelie and tension belt and the belt. Yep, it's quite, there we go. Now we can just take it off. We start with the smaller one, then we take off the bigger one first on the top. And don't forget about the bottom one too. And then after that, we will put it over the fan, wrapping it around, and like so, and we will now take it out from the right side. And here we have it. We successfully removed the old belt. See, here it is. Okay, so now we have both the old belt and the new belt. Okay, now let's measure its lengths. Yep, they both seem the same length, so they're both the same belts. Okay, now we will set this off aside. For now, we will replace the front belt only. However, I'll show you how to remove the other belts. The next belt will be the AC. For this one, we need to go under the vehicle to remove the belt and loosen up the nut and the tension bolt. You will have to remove this plate under here using a 12mm socket to remove those nuts. For the second belt, we will do the same as the first one by loosening up the nut, then the tension bolt. This is the nut right here, and that's the tension bolt. First, we're going to loosen that up, and then after that, then we do this one. Then after that, we can just remove the belt off of there, of the pulleys from here. Lastly, the third belt is right here. There is a nut right there and the tension bolt. But there's another nut underneath the alternator, so you will have to loosen those two nuts, and then after that, loosen up the tension bolt to remove the belt. But for now, we will replace the power steering belt. First, we'll put it in front of the fan, like this. Going from the front of the fan all the way to the bottom, with the top still, half will be in the bottom, the other half will be in and the back of the fan. So like this. Now we will put on the belt with the bottom pulley going all the way to the top of the pulley. After those two are done, the third one will be slightly difficult to get on since there's no space. We will have to pull it to the left and then pop it right up. There we go. And after that, we'll use again, tighten up the tension bolt with the 14mm on the wrench. We'll keep tightening it up a bit more and more. And once we have tightened the tension bolt, see, it's not quite tight right now. I think it's about slightly tight right now. There we go. Now it's fully tight. Let's give it a few more. Bit more. Yes, it's quite tight now. You see that now? That has to be 1/4 of an inch of depletion. See, which means it has to go slightly bend with 1/4 of an inch, less than 1/4 of an inch. Now we will tighten up the nut. It's quite difficult here since it is cram. We'll try our best to have some patience and just tighten it up more. Whoops. It's not quite easy with the fan being there and tighten it up with both the wrench and the hex nut. Okay, it's getting tighter. Okay, now it's tight now. We'll make sure. Yep, now see, it's less than 1/4 of an inch. So right here, the depletion will be more than 1/4 of an inch. Since both pulleys are wide apart of 6 inches from the top pulley to the bottom pulley. So it will have more depletion. This is a diagram here which outlines all the belts in the Toyota Tacoma 2004 on a 2.7 motor, which has a good visual representation on all 3 belts. I hope this video helps you do your own projects, and if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to support our channel. Comment down below if you have any questions, or you can just check the description for more details. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.